Good morning, YouTube. It's January 2nd, 2020 already. Hey, so here's my thing, guys. I didn't get on yesterday, sorry. I was having major technical difficulties. I'm gonna just say that it's because Moon was in Pisces, but I was struggling. I was struggling to get things done yesterday, and I couldn't get this all to work properly. However, big things happened yesterday, and I want to hear some updates for New Year's. We did a live with Baba Lau and Karma on Deck on New Year's Eve. That was super fun, and we got to answer some questions. Moxie pulled some tarot, and Karma on Deck and Baba Lau made some predictions for 2020, which was fantastic. Dead on accurate. If you guys don't know, go to Baba Lau Psychic Readings and follow. He's fantastic. So is Karma on Deck. She pulled some tarot and predicted relationships and love for 2020. That's her niche right there. She does it all though. Anyway, so I'm up bright and early this morning, like always, having coffee with you guys. I don't know about you, but I just don't even get started without my coffee. So, let's talk a little bit about yesterday. So the moon was ending its cycle in Pisces, and so we had talked about that prior. Whew, great imagination in Pisces, and I was flooded with ideas, but the energy was still, I don't know, like crazy chaotic. I was finding myself super frustrated a lot yesterday, which is not exactly good for me, but I'm sure my family thought that I was crazy. So I was feeling very much yesterday like I needed things done right now. Just get it done. And for yesterday, I'm gonna say that was because the moon was trining Mars, and that creates a very assertive action with your emotions, and so I was kind of a bully. I wish I had thought about it before I opened my mouth, because I did come off kind of abrasive yesterday, I'll be honest. And you know, you're coming out of the holidays and you have that kind of energy. It was tough. I was, let's go, get this done all day. But I wasn't, there was a calm and confidence to it, and I didn't feel like I was wrong in my things. I was probably just more assertive because we've got Mars in there with the moon, trining the moon, just like your third player coming in. And I was feeling that need, the drive to get things in order for the plans that I have coming up. So you guys tell me, like, how were you? Were you a little crazy yesterday? And it was the first day of the year. Man, when you start thinking about how that is sitting in front of us, we have a whole new year to make things happen, and I'm super excited about that. I was going to talk yesterday a little bit too. Mercury was conjunct Jupiter, Mercury being communication, and also a lot of like your intelligence and how you learn, how you teach things. So yesterday was all about that, but Jupiter expands that. So I did feel like I had, and you should have felt a little bit like you had a stronger desire to understand where people were coming from. So I did take some time to listen and figure out where people were coming from, but maybe not as good as I should have. I guess we're all a little beat up ourselves a little bit, right? About whether or not we're doing it the right way. So today's the 2nd though, and moon entered Aries. So that's good. That's so good. To a degree. I probably just need some more coffee. So we're still in a waxing crescent, right? And so we're still setting intentions and everything. And Aries will sometimes make us feel a little uncertain. So when the moon is first going into Aries, we're feeling a little uncertain about our path and what we're doing. That's why I was saying, oh, I said it to my Instagram guys this morning. It's really important today to slow down. While the moon is in Aries, slow down, don't rush, don't make decisions. Don't go too fast, guys. Slow down. So you want to make sure that you're staying there kind of at a comfortable pace so that you're thinking things through and you're doing things, because Aries can make us be really rash and really fast, and sometimes we make decisions that aren't in our best interest. So my advice to you today is to slow down and, you know, take your time. If you think you've solved a problem or you think you've come to a decision, I say step back and go, okay, did I think this through? What are my normal questions? Because if we walk ourselves through questions, then we know what we've missed, or we know if it's serving us, because that's what 2020 is about, right? We're going to clear out all of the stuff that's not serving us. Whew. Big energy for 2020. And so yesterday I was going to talk about this, and I didn't get to talk about it because I was having technical difficulties, but here's this energy of Saturn conjunct Pluto. It is coming up, and I'm telling you now, actually it's been happening since 2018. Saturn's been on an elliptical with Pluto, conjunct Pluto, and its complete synod is going to complete January 31st of 2021. But on January 12th of this year, 2020, it is going to be exact, right? It's going to be direct. It's going to be exact on the 12th. And this only comes around every 34 years, and it is going to feel like an implosion. And you should have been feeling that over the last couple of years. And I know I can see it, guys. I can see it in the world around me, that people are starting to like collect and build and get in there and doing the dirty work, the inside work. One of the things that me and Karma on Deck talk about all the time is that you can only meet others as deep as you've met yourself. So this is a year, this is a time between now and January 31st of 2021 is the time to do that dirty work and get in there, because Saturn conjunct Pluto is a time where you test the metal that you're made of. Whew. And it's going to be the fire test, guys. So that implosion is going to be all of the structure and everything that Saturn represents is going to be put to the volcanic fiery test of Pluto, and only those things that are strong enough to stand that test are going to make it through, and they have to be the things that serve you. So what do I always say? I say let it fall. I just had this talk with a friend of mine, coaching moment, is that sometimes when things seem like they're falling apart around you, right, and we rush and we grab the duct tape and we grab the hammer and the nails and we're trying to fix it and we're trying to hold this wall up and we're trying to hold this wall up, is what happens if you step back and you let it fall down. Just put down the tools, put down the duct tape, whatever it is that you're using, and let it fall apart and see what's standing. Because the truth is that what's standing at the end of a big fire test like that is that it's going to be the solid things, the bones. I mean, we're talking the analogy as a house. So the bones of the house, the really strong structures, and none of the superficial stuff is going to be there. And that's what Saturn conjunct Pluto is going to do this year. And like I said, you're going to feel this build up where you're going to feel some certainty and need to clear. Oh man, purge. I love me some purging. I have to talk to my sister. I like twice a year, I'm like, I'm purging. I'm getting rid of everything. And get it all out of my house, things that don't serve me, relationships even that don't serve me. I start figuring out okay, this one's not good for me, this one's not good for me. And I do this big purge and I love it. It's my favorite. So, so like I said, all those superficial things, you are going to also feel very much like things are piling up on you and that you have more responsibilities and less time, and there's going to be these deadlines, and it's going to be like, act now, act now, act now. Listen, this is what I'm going to say to you. Just say yes, act now. Do the things, do the work, get moving. This is the year, and this is the time. The sun is also square the moon. Whew. So your outward self, your directness, your ego, all represented by the sun. And then your emotional side, how you actually feel inside, maybe not always what you present to the outside, being the moon. So expect a little conflict, maybe feeling like you're not expressing who you truly are, you're not expressing your truth. That's a good word. I like that word. Not expressing your truth, so you're gonna maybe feel a little negative emotions, like you're not out there. But guys, it's not impossible to make it through. Just be aware and find, what did we say the other day? Breathe and center, and stay in there. Now, trines I like a lot, and Jupiter trines Uranus today. Now, we've talked about this. So what did we say? We said Uranus is your quirky cousin, and they're all about individuality, and I'm gonna change the world. And by the way, I love this person. I have one of these people. My daughter, JC, she's always looking for a cause. She's always looking for something. She likes to be the quirky, different one, and I love her. She's my Uranus. And then Jupiter is all about abundance, so it's gonna kind of expand everything. So if you trine Jupiter with Uranus, right, we're gonna have like a big radical, it's time for big radical change and utopian visions and things that are going to enact change in the world. You're gonna be very perceptive to things that are maybe a little different, that maybe would work better. It's challenging the norms that we're all living in. And I mean, like everything. If you challenge the norms that we're living in, think about, I don't know, what was it? It was about 40 years ago, maybe less, where, you know, we discovered that there was a hole in the ozone, and people were like, oh my gosh, it's from CFC's chlorofluorocarbons. So everybody changed hairsprays and stuff. But I mean, I just want you to think, like, somebody started with, hey, I found this out, let's change this. And they had to make a lot of noise. And they had to go against the norms and what everybody wanted. And what everybody wanted, right, was convenience. And we love us some aerosol. So innovations and changes happen when Jupiter trines Uranus. And I say just don't be afraid of it. Go be quirky. Get your original idea out there. And you never know what it is. And today is great for that. I mean, it's expanding everything. So I still haven't heard from you guys. I would love for you to hop on YouTube, whatever, and let me know how your 1st of January went. Tell me all the details. I was pretty boring. We did a live, and then I didn't even stay awake. I did get up at 12:30 to run my son some errands. He had a friend over, so I ran them home. And I got to see him first thing in the morning, but, well, 12:30. And that was fun. But other than that, I was pretty boring, pretty old, but I definitely could feel all the big energy coming our way. Tomorrow we have a few things too. We're gonna talk about the sun being conjunct Mercury and Mercury conjunct Jupiter. Crazy, right? Saturn conjunct Pluto again. We're gonna touch on that all the way up until the 12th, just a little bit. And Neptune. Neptune is trying the North Node tomorrow. We're still going to have the moon in Aries, but we will talk all about it tomorrow. And today we're going to just like focus on all of that we discussed. Pay attention to Jupiter and Uranus today, and because they're in such a beautiful trine today, I think we're going to feel it quite a bit. And anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to go pour some more coffee, see if I can't fuel my day. But I love you guys. Again, if you need to find me, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Magic and Moxie. And then I did get your emails. A couple of you hit me up for your natal chart. That is going to be so fun. I've gotten started. So Magic and Moxie, MAGICNMOXIE @gmail.com. I'm going to start putting that in the link or in the comments underneath these videos. And I love you guys, and I hope you have a fantastic morning.